Hey everybody, C here, and I am here in Team Fortress 2. Yeah, I bet you never thought you'd see me in this game, especially not on this channel, but I am indeed here, and I am the Spy. So, here, well, obviously from the title, I'm here to give you a few tips on how to play Spy. I'm going to come right out and say I am not the greatest at Spy. I feel like I'm pretty good, and I feel like I could give some helpful tips to people, but I'm not going to say I'm the best, because I am by no means am. But the thing is here, I'm on TR Walkway. This is a very useful map for learning classes, and like I'm going to be doing, showing you some tips and tricks, and even some basic trick stabs. So, what I like doing is raising the platform up and bringing it out. That way it's more like a ramp. So this is going to be more like what you'll see in most TF2 maps. Now, what I'm doing right now is called a side stab, and I can't talk and focus at the same time. So, this is a very useful stab if, say, the enemy team believes you're disguised. You can walk straight by them and get an easy stab. And it's fairly simple to do. It's definitely more simple than most other stabs. Well, trick stabs in general, but basically how you do it is you walk by an enemy, and as you walk by them, you turn around, face their back, and you stab. But you have to do this extremely quickly, or else, well, the enemy will catch on. But if you miss, it could be even worse. If you just walk right by them, oh, they may still believe you. But as soon as you miss, like that, that's a fail stab, and they will immediately know that you're there and try to kill you. When this happens, switch to your revolver. I do this rather than scroll wheeling by pressing 1 and 3. The revolver is deceivingly strong, especially the ambassador. Like, if you learn how to headshot people and don't suck aiming, like I do, you can be a real menace to the enemy team, even without using your knife. Most spies just think, oh, the only way a spy can get kills is using his knife. It is one of the ways to get kills, but it is not your only option. Keep that in mind. If you use your pistol, you can get out a lot of jams that you would not be able to get out of if you stick with your knife. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to go up into TR Walkway maintenance thing, and I'm going to turn off the bots to, well, not turn off, more stop the bots, is to show you something that's actually pretty useful. If I can find the button. If I can find the button. Move. Why can I not find the button? There it is. Boop. Okay. So now all the bots are stopped, and something really useful to know with Spy is that the back, air quotes, of an enemy is really big. Like, I could be back here. It'll count as a backstab. I'm not looking at his back, I'm looking at the air behind his back, and it'll still count. And notice it was on the notice I was on the side of him. Like, if I come over here, a back is really, like, from here on a sniper to about there. So pretty much, it's 180 degrees, because what TF2 counts as an enemy's back is just where they're not looking. At least nowadays. But also, it's really generous. Like, I can still get the stab if I aim behind their back. So, that's how trick stabs work. There's a little bit of room for error because you don't have to aim specifically at their back. And also, another useful trick is that when you're on an enemy's head, if you're crouching, you can access their back. If you're standing, you can't. Keep that in mind when you trick stab. It can make or break a trick stab. So, with that out of the way, I want to go over a trick stab that in theory is really useful, and if you can master it, it is, but I will honestly say I have not mastered it whatsoever, and I'm still learning, and I haven't been able to use it as much yet, because I keep failing it, but most of you probably know it. It's a jump stab, and I failed that. It's the jump stab. And there's multiple variations of it. The one I like to do is an air strafe, but you can go straight over their head. It's like pretty much a side stab, but in the air. That's the way I do it. But the way you do it is, it's actually fairly complicated, and I may be making it look easy, but it's practice. Practice, practice, and more practice. You know, it's a lot easier against bots that just keep walking in a straight line as opposed to characters that are onto you. Because normally, you'll be using this stab against enemies that are onto you and chasing you. So, the way this stab works is, well, you have to get to the enemy's back, but they're facing you. How do you do that? By jumping. But if you just jump, I mean, you're most likely just gonna hit them, and you may get around them, but it's much harder. If you crouch jump, as in crouch just before you push the space button, for me it's shift, but if you crouch jump, there is much more room for error. And again, that can make or break the trick stab. So yeah, there's two variants that I really know of, and that's straight on, which is probably the one you know most of, and then there's the air strafe, which I find much more useful, especially when, you know, you have like a pyro chasing you, because if you do straight on, you're gonna get caught on fire. If you air strafe, there's a chance you may not get burnt. So, to air strafe, it's not as hard as you would think. What you need to do is, as you crouch, oh god, now I'm just going to make it sound super complicated, but as you crouch jump, you want to hold the direction you want to go and slowly turn in that direction. So like if, for this, I'm holding W and D rather, and moving my mouse to the right as I'm crouch jumping. For here, I'm holding A and going to the left. Now holding D, going to the right, holding A when I'm going to the left. Keep in mind, I am holding W the whole time. For those of you that rocket jump, it is similar to it, except you don't need to, like, not be holding W, because you're not using momentum from a rocket, you're using momentum from a jump. So you won't lose as much momentum, and you'll even keep some more control if you hold W. But you're doing most of the controlling with your mouse, so don't solely rely on keystrokes, because it's mostly about the mouse movement. So yeah, that's a jump stab, and here are a few more side stabs just to show you. And that was a fail. That was a fail. There you go. So another one that's a lot less practical, but is super fun to pull off, and I didn't extend the bridge. And yes, I said bridge. For those of you that don't know, TR Walkway has an extendable bridge. So, yeah. Now that I'm up here, I'm going to show you Ninja Stab. It's not as useful as the other stabs, but it's epic to pull off. See if I can do it here. Nope. I was too late. No, I wasn't crouching. If I was crouching, I would have gotten that. Yep, that was an actual miss. Yeah, so... God dang it. I'm determined now. I'm gonna get at least one. There we go. So... yeah, guys, this is Sea Frisbee. My tongue is betraying me a lot tonight. But, anyway, guys, this is Sea Frisbee signing off for now. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.